Hello and welcome to Sportsbet Daily, April the 29th. It is a Monday and obviously Champions League is on the cards, semi-finals as well as Europa League. And later in the show, I will be joined by Craig Edwards to talk some snooker and golf as well. But obviously we're going to kick off the show with Champions League. I'm going to introduce today's guest to cover the two semi-final matches here. Flash, Gordon Watson, and also Alex from Need for Tips. Hello, boys. Semi-finals, here it is. Flash, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, Nat. Good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
good.
me.
Alex, you all right?
All good, all good. Waiting for you to say what your take on the Ajax game, because till now you went with them all this way, and maybe I have a feeling that you will go also with them from now on too.
Yeah. Well, that's the first one we're going to start with. Tottenham versus Ajax. Let's just jump straight in here. Spurs 2.6 on their turf, Ajax 2.9, and the draw 3.4. No, our friend Stuart from Tipster HQ was able to say undefeated on their turf. But not anymore. They have the home advantage. They lost to West Ham on the weekend 1-0. Ajax, they are not a team to back against, I have to say. They kicked off Real Madrid, Juventus, anybody brave enough to play the outrights. No one brave enough. No one brave enough.
I mean, I don't mind going first here. And my whole thought of this is, first of all, you get an Ajax at home in the last two rounds. They've been at home in the first leg and then gone away, and the other teams have not shown them much. It goes back a little bit to how Leicester won the league. They showed them no respect, and they absolutely dominated. And then when they get their towels up, then they can rip you apart because they play two-touch. They shift the ball too quickly. Now, Real Madrid are not very good, right? Well, let's just say that compared to the elite in Europe this year. Let's just say that Juventus are aging and haven't really got the legs of a young side like Ajax. Now, my play in this game is both teams to score, no. 2.25. And the reason I say that is that I think that Tottenham, their number one thing is not to win the game, is to try and make sure that Ajax don't get an away goal. It's almost because there's going to be no Son tomorrow, there's going to be no Kane, there may be no Mora. It's almost like they've got the trumpet out and they're blowing, they're asking for reinforcements. But the reinforcements won't arrive until next week in Amsterdam. So I think that this could be a very, very cagey game, and they'll try and just lock on and make sure that Ajax don't score.
Yeah, close and cagey is what I'm thinking as well. Under 2.5 goals as well could be a way to go here. 1.96, kind of what I was thinking. I think it is going to be close. Alex, what do you like?
No Sergio Aurier, no Kane, no Lamela, no Son, no Winks. Sissoko doubtful, Vertonghen doubtful. Huge problem with this Tottenham side in the first leg, and I don't think that they can keep Ajax away from scoring, because Ajax are absolutely brilliant, and both teams to score came in most of their games. Doesn't matter home, away. They struggle also to keep clean sheets, but they go all in. Like Flash said, they are absolutely very fast, very creative. They are pushing, they are pressuring from the first minute of the match. I think that all the ingredients for Ajax to qualify, and I couldn't believe it, but it's true. Ajax are favorites to qualify. Yeah. All the bookies have them as favorites at 1.75 to qualify, and Tottenham are at 2 and 2+ with some of the bookies. I don't. If Ajax scores, and I think that they will, Tottenham will not stay to defend because they need to score at home. You know, I know that they are missing Kane and Son, their top scorers, their two top scorers, but still they have some firepower in them with Eriksen, with Ali. Okay, Ali, hopefully he will not play the same as he did with West Ham. Very poor from Dele Alli in that match. I'm going against Flash. I'm going over 2.5 goals in the match at 1.95.
Ooh, a head-to-head. And yeah, to be honest, Alex, as well, I looked at the to qualify market as well. I wasn't surprised to see Ajax. They're certainly short price, though, that 1.75 that you mentioned. If you had gun to head, if you had to play the to qualify market, Alex, who would your money be on?
If I have I'm going with Ajax for sure. They have the second match at home. And not only that, I was also tempted to go Ajax with draw no bet in the first leg at 2.11. I don't think that the boys are losing this match in England.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, they are the underdogs in the first leg, but so many injury issues from Tottenham and almost none from Ajax, and I don't know, they are brilliant.
Yeah.
To give them, we should give them what they deserve here.
Yeah.
And I think that it will be a really good final. Doesn't matter whom they play against, Barcelona or Liverpool.
Yeah. No, I agree here. GNMBG says Spurs won't score. Nolly Knowles is liking the sound. Not yet, I did with my bear, so I haven't taken anything yet for tomorrow. He hasn't taken anything, Nolly Knowles, the king of the under, but he is liking the sound, possibly, of the unders. It's a very tough one, but I certainly don't think that Ajax should be underestimated at all, and they should be given the respect that they deserve. And I think Spurs should know this coming into this match, especially of their recent history there with...
Nil-nil's a runner, Nat. Nil-nil is definitely a runner.
Yeah. Well, Alex obviously don't think so, does he? We got... but
I know, but I mean, listen, I take everything that Alex said, and the only thing I doubt what he said was if Tottenham can score.
Yeah.
Because I just fear that Tottenham is going to be making sure that we're still in it in the second leg. Because if they try and open up, Ajax will take this tie away from them tomorrow. And there'll be a lot of people that bet Ajax just to win tomorrow.
Yeah.
Many people. This is the trend, actually. Ajax with draw no bet. I wanted to pull the trigger here, but I'm a little bit scared, to tell you the truth. But finally, given the circumstances here with the injury crisis, I think that I might take Ajax with draw no bet, just because I don't think that they will lose this first game.
Yeah. I'm just looking as well. So Odds Market has a really cool feature where you see where the line opens here. And Ajax actually opened at 3.4 and they're now 2.9. 2.9. So you can see the odds dropping. Tottenham opened up at 2.2. They're now up to 2.6, 2.5. So you can really see that the money's coming in there on the Ajax bet there.
What about the draw, Nat?
Draw opened up at 3.2. It's moved slightly now to like 3.3, 3.4, something like that. So not much movement with the draw, but definitely going on with on Ajax. Really, the money is going on Ajax. Certainly, is the value play. May have passed now, but possibly a draw no bet option as well. All right, Barcelona versus Liverpool. Barcelona 1.9, draw 3.9, Liverpool 4.5. Barcelona obviously are in a better position in terms of their league standings. I think it's 9 points ahead of second place Atletico Madrid, so they can really concentrate on this. Not that Liverpool won't be concentrating on this as well. Both have great scoring power and are good defensively as well. And sometimes that does cancel things out. It does make it a little bit more difficult to predict. Obviously, Barcelona, they're the current favourites to win the Champions League, 2.62, then followed obviously by Liverpool. So start us off on this one, Alex. I think the obvious bet would be something like both teams to score over 2.5 goals, but I'm a little bit nervous. I think it's going to be a little less than that.
I'm a little bit nervous about the goal scoring market. I was waiting for better odds on the under 3.5 goals, but we can find that only at 1.5.
Yeah.
If it was 1.7, I would go all in for that, because I don't think that we'll have 4 goals in such a match, also in the first leg. I was tempted to go also under 3 on the Asian handicap, which is at 1.73. Under 2.5 is at 2.25, so great value on that, I think. But I don't know. I haven't decided on the goals market. But I will go for Barcelona here. Barcelona are at home in Champions League, are absolutely brilliant. They won 24 of their last 26 home matches in Champions League. They are the best European team against the English sides, so top of the European sides when playing against a Premier League opponent. For me, I'm a fan of both teams, Barcelona and Liverpool. So I don't mind if Barcelona are going through or Liverpool are going through. Absolutely superb season from Liverpool, but it's not enough for them to win the Premier League. Absolutely a great season from them. Just one match lost in the Premier League. A great run in Champions League, but their away matches in Champions League, also in the group stage, also in the knockout stages, they were shaky, a little bit shaky. Yeah, I know they have the best center back in the world right now, Virgil van Dijk, who already played against Barcelona at Camp Nou, and he did it good with another team, so he will go there. Mane, Salah are in. Firmino is doubtful for Wednesday. Barcelona just wrap up the league in their domestic league, so they were crowned champions after that 1-0 against Levante. They are fully focused right now in Champions League, and also they have the cup, the Spanish Cup against Valencia at the end of the month, so they can make the treble this season. I'm going Barcelona at 1.91 home side. I think that it will be a low-scoring match. Maybe Liverpool will find the back of the net because they have everything what it takes to find the back of the net. Given the fact that Barcelona are not the best defensive side in Europe, so from the top side. So yeah, I think Barcelona is the play here at 1.91. Maybe look also at the under 3 goals on the Asian handicap.
Yeah, that's exactly how I was looking, Alex. I wish there was that value on the under 3.5 goals. I just looked as well. The line is actually coming in, so it opened at 1.56 for the under 3.5. It's now as low as 1.44 to 1.5. So I think, for example, like an accumulator bet or something like that. It was actually going to be a question I was going to ask you whether you had included it in your accumulator bet. Also, the line for Barcelona, that is also moving in as well. So it opened at 2. You can get that 1.88, 1.9, something like that. I have to say, definitely the obvious bet here, taking that Barcelona win. I was looking at the under 2.5 goals, 2.25. Both teams to score no. I was wondering 2.45 or the highest scoring half being the second was also something I was looking at because I think it is going to be, again, it's going to be that cagey match. A few people on the chat, though, liking Liverpool to win. I do see somebody, though, it's got the Liverpool symbol there. Robert Magawi, like Liverpool to win. You might be a little bit biased there, judging by your little profile picture. But what do you like, Flash?
Yeah, I like Liverpool. I like Liverpool 4.5 for a few reasons. First of all, I think they'll play 3 sleeping policemen in front of the centre halves, so that you'll show Messi inside into a brick wall. I look at both of these sides, and I expect both the away teams to win the games. I think that Liverpool could win in the Bernabeu. And in the Camp Nou.
Camp Nou.
And I think, the Camp Nou. Yeah, sorry.
No.
And who?
No, he was agreeing. I think there's a lag with.
Yes. Sorry. And I think Barcelona could win at Anfield. I don't see how you can have one of these sides at 4.5. I really don't. I don't expect Barcelona to be 4.5 when they come to Anfield. So I wouldn't put anyone off of draw no bet or Liverpool double chance. All the value is for Liverpool. Liverpool score home and away. They've got the firepower. I just see that Liverpool are way overpriced, and I'd rather be with them.
Interesting. Basharath Hussein says Barcelona 2-0 to Liverpool. Nap. There we go. I think it's I'm definitely leaning to all the unders. I'm not sure whether Liverpool can pull it off, to be honest with you, but the value is definitely there. All right, so those are the two semi-final games here. We are heading to crunch time, goodness me. And all right, so just to wrap up there, both of you, if we go through the bets that you both went for on both games, and if there is one that you feel more confident about than the other, if it's a nap or you want to put 2 units, or just more confident. Start us off, Flash.
Yeah, Tottenham and Ajax, both teams to score no, 2.25. I'm really confident with this because Tottenham will try their hardest to make sure that Ajax don't get an away goal. And I'm not so sure that Tottenham can score. And then in Camp Nou, I'm going to go for Liverpool, overpriced. I think it's favourites chance of Barcelona, but not a massive favourite. So 4.5 Liverpool.
Well, straight up, no draw, no bet, no nothing. All right, who do you think's qualifying Barcelona, Liverpool?
Oh, toss of the. I think it's a toss of the coin with a pair of them.
All right.
Both games. But remember, we've been saying Ajax since they were 40-1. So we might have people out there that are holding futures tickets.
Yeah.
So come on, Ajax.
Come on, Ajax. Yes, what a nice story it'd be. Okay, Alex, what are you going for?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with come on Ajax too in that match. And I totally agree that between Barcelona and Liverpool, it might go to penalties in the second leg. Anything is possible in that match. So we are going with the value. I'm going head to head in both matches with Flash. So one of us will win. So I'm going Tottenham versus Ajax over 2.5 goals at 1.95 and Barcelona at 1.91 to win that match. And again, look for the unders. And I'm sure that Nolly loves this look for unders thing, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't have a 2 units play on none of them.
Yeah.
I have for Europa League a 2 unit play.
Yeah. Oh, and Flash, sorry, I didn't. Do you have anything that you're more strongly about? Are you treading with this in caution as well?
No, I'm quite confident the Tottenham Ajax game will be dour. But I think that will favour Tottenham, and that's how Tottenham will want it. Tottenham will not want an expensive game and give Ajax the opportunity to gain pace. They'll have to stop it at source. I think for certain, or as certain as you can be in this game, that both teams won't score. Okay.
There we go. We are going to say goodbye to Flash now as we bring on Chef Michael to look at the two other the Europa League semi-finals there. Before you go quickly, Flash, you've got to show us all the little outfit. Yeah, that's Buddy.
Patriots, world champions, Super Bowl world champions. This is Buddy. Everyone knows Buddy.
Yeah.
He wears this when it's a little bit warm, and he wears this as an undergarment when it's a little bit cold. Spoiled.
I know he's spoiled. All right, well, thank you very much, Flash. I'll see you tomorrow, actually. We've got Premier League punters tomorrow. A little bit change of...
Is it tomorrow, Premier League punters?
It is. Tomorrow.
Oh, thanks for letting me know.
I did tell you. I did tell you. I did tell you. Check on Twitter. I told you. All right.
What time?
Check Twitter.
Same.
You said yes. Check Twitter. It's the same. It's on. Yeah. See you soon. 1 o'clock. It is on. I think. All right. Take care, Flash. I'll see you soon. All right. Very quickly. Alex has got this is a little bonus here whilst we wait for Chef Michael. Alex has got one Akabet that for the midweek matches. I'm dying to know what it is and whether you included the under 3.5 goals in it. What are you going for?
I did. I have Ajax draw double chance. I have Barcelona Liverpool under 3.5 goals. I have Arsenal versus Valencia over 1.5 goals and Eintracht Chelsea both teams to score total odds of 5.32.
You included it. All right, here's Chef Michael. Chef Michael, welcome to the show. Obviously, we are here, semi-finals now of the Europa League. It is all heating up, or even more so heating up. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm trying to navigate my way through these tricky Arsenal matches here.
You've got no volume.
No. I hear him. I can hear him.
They've not turned it on in the studio. Rafa, I got no.
Okay.
Say something again, Chef Michael.
Hello.
Now I
Hello.
think you're on now. So, and again? Yes, I can hear you now. All right. Okay, so, all right. Well, let us start off with Arsenal versus Valencia. Interestingly, you're saying the over 1.5 goals in your ACCA bet there. Arsenal price 1.97, draw 3.6, and Valencia 4.33. At first, I do, Arsenal, they're in that top four fight in the Premier League, which they seem to be giving up the battle. 3 back-to-back losses, not looking good. But then Valencia themselves come in with back-to-back losses there in La Liga. The possible bet that I'm looking at is both teams to score at 1.8, which would obviously bring in your over 1.5 goals in your ACCA bet, Alex. Is that what you're thinking?
Yes, I'm thinking both teams to score at 1.8. I'm not included in my ACCA bet, but this is official pick for the match, one unit play. Yes, I'm thinking that because Arsenal are in really poor form. Yes, Valencia are in the same poor form with Arsenal, but Arsenal's are a different animal when they are playing in front of their fans, and most of all, Arsenal's only chance to qualify in the Champions League might be to win the Europa League title right now. So, because I don't know how much they can make it in the Premier League. They are fifth. They are trailing Chelsea by 2 points.
Yeah.
They didn't took advantage of Chelsea poor results, 2 draws and 1 loss in the last 3 matches. Very, very poor form from Arsenal. Conceded 3 goals in each of the last 3 matches. Unbelievable from this team. I was thinking, like Anne says, Arsenal to win. They will give everything in Europa League now. But I think that Valencia have the quality to score against Arsenal despite playing away. So this is my play. Both teams to score at 1.8.
Yeah, I agree. I think again, I was like, oh, Arsenal win. I know they're giving it, as Anne said, got to give it all in the Europa League now. I agree with that. But Valencia, they can be deadly. So that's why I'm going with both teams to score an official play. Chef Michael, we lost you there for a second. Back again. What do you like in this match?
I don't like anything really at the moment with Arsenal. We had them both teams to score in the Napoli, and they ended up clean sheeting them in both legs and just killed that bet on both games. I think they pretty much wasted their chance to qualify in the top 4 in Premier League. So I think they got to go all in on this Europa League to try to qualify for the Champions League. So they need to make some big adjustments and make some transfers in the summer window. So I think the Europa League push is going to be their only chance to qualify for Champions League. I'm not going to take anything on the side. I see goals in this. I think Valencia are very capable of putting some in, and Arsenal, maybe they'll get lucky and put 1 or 2 in. I'm going to go over 2.5 at 1.95.
Okay. All right, so both teams to score. Alex and myself, Chef Michael, on the over 2.5 goals. I have to say, when we ran through the Champions League matches, we were definitely having some head-to-heads here, but we're starting this collective, so that's quite interesting. All right, Eintracht Frankfurt versus Chelsea now. Chelsea 2.75, Eintracht 2.8, and the draw 3.5. A lot closer in odds here. Chelsea looking stronger in recent form. Eintracht just 1 win in 5. Chelsea, however, in that top 4 fight that we were talking about with Arsenal. So I was sort of looking at a Chelsea draw, no bet, something like that. Definitely leaning towards the Chelsea. I don't actually know I'm going to bring up the Chelsea odds to qualify here. What do you like in this match, Chef Michael? Is there something that you like?
Yeah, I'm going over again. I think there's going to be many goals in this tie. Eintracht, I think the Eintracht's attack is going to be probably the deadliest that Chelsea has seen in this competition so far. I mean, obviously they let Slavia Prague get 3 in the last round, but the Eintracht attack is just on another level. Anything that the Chelsea has seen so far. So I got over 2.5 again at 1.9. I just don't trust the Chelsea backline, especially David Luiz, to try to keep anything out from Jovic or Rebic. So I think if we can get there, I think Eintracht can probably get over 2.5 by themselves, and then Chelsea will probably get a couple in as well.
All right. Okay. So goals on the cards as well. Alex, do you agree?
Yeah, goals on this is the play. This is the only play at even money, over 2.5 goals. Eintracht, the only problem which makes this bet riskier than usual is that Ante Rebic is suspended for this match due to a yellow card received in the last match. Haller is doubtful with some abdominal problems. But also on the other side, Hudson Odoi is out and Kante is doubtful. But I think that Chelsea, as Michael said, they weren't tested till now sufficient from any team in Europa League. So I think that is the time right now for a team to show them at what level we are playing right now. And I'm sure that Chelsea will play their first 11. Yes, I know that they are playing for the top 4 in the Premier League, and they have a very, very tough match against Watford at home next weekend. But this is a semi-final of the competition. You are not playing anymore Slavia Praga, Dynamo Kiev, or whatever teams you play till now. You are playing a top team. You play Eintracht Frankfurt, one of the deadliest attacks in Europe, one of the most entertaining teams in the top 5 European leagues this season. So I think that we should see a thrilling match. And I think that you got that one right with going for one or the other. I think that Chelsea might return home with a win here. And with that draw no bet option, I think that it comes at around 1.88 if I'm reading it correct. Yeah, I think that is the play if you want to play the winners market. But the value and my 2 units play for this midweek matches over 2.5 goals at even money.
All right. Do you have a 2-unit play, Chef Michael? Is there something that you really like of the two matches? You seem a little uncertain with the Arsenal Valencia over 2.5 goals. Are you going for the Eintracht Chelsea match?
I was thinking about taking Eintracht at draw no bet. I was looking at that, and it was pretty close to being a play. But we'll see what the lineups look like, and I'll probably go somewhere along those lines of the Eintracht draw no bet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Quickly as well, so we're just calling Craig Edwards now. Alex gave an ACCA. It's a very quick one this week, but if you want a little bit more detail, do head on over to Odds Market. In fact, if I have a second, I will send you the link so you can go and check it out yourself. Alex, tell Chef Michael your ACCA and then see if he's got anything. See if you've got. Do you play parlay bets, Chef Michael?
Yeah, I was listening to Alex before I came on, and he was talking about the Liverpool-Barcelona under 3.5. And I had a play that I was looking to put somewhere, and it was Arsenal to score first at 1.68. So I might combine those two for an ACCA.
All right. And Alex, if you wouldn't mind very quickly, just for people who have joined us now, what is your ACCA bet for this week?
Yeah, I'm going Tottenham versus Ajax. Ajax draw double chance. Barcelona, Liverpool under 3.5 goals. Arsenal, Valencia over 1.5 goals. And Eintracht, Chelsea, both teams to score at 5.32 or US odds plus 432.
All right. Wonderful stuff. That was Chef Michael and Alex from Need for Tips, delivering both Champions League and Europa League picks there. Much appreciated, boys. Best of luck. And I'll check in with you during the week.
Thank you.
All right, there we go.
Thank you.
If you want to give these guys a follow, Chef Michael 1128 on Twitter. Alex is at Need for Tips, and then Flash there is Flash_37. Now I welcome Craig Edwards to the show here. Starting off, we're going to start off with a World Championship snooker, and then we'll move over to Wells Fargo there on the golf front. Craig, how's it going?
Yes, all good. This excuse my voice; it's a bit hoarse. The snooker's pretty wild. We've had Ronnie O'Sullivan getting beat. We've got none of the top 3 in the world rankings in the last 8 of the World Championship. So I've really enjoyed it. From a punting perspective, it's been an absolute minefield, but the quality of some of the players has been fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I suppose, one of my first questions is, were you surprised to see the big names eliminated? But I guess we're all surprised to see the big names eliminated.
Well, I've never really wanted to back Ronnie O'Sullivan here. He's only won it 5 times in 25 years, which is poor for him. So I wasn't surprised to see Ronnie win. He had the pressure of playing an amateur, there's a lot of hype in the media over here about the fact that James Cahill was an amateur. He's actually been a professional before, and in his own mind, he's a professional. But the hype, I think, got to Ronnie. He lost the plot in the match, and when he comes off a full season, he's only ever won 3 times at the Crucible. 2 of the years he won here, he never played another tournament all year. So we've, I think you've got a really strong favourite in Neil Robertson, though. He's won the easiest. His first 2 matches, he's taken nothing out of himself, and I think he's probably going to win it because he's the fittest as well amongst the players. He's a vegan. I was worried about fatigue coming into this tournament, but all the other players are having such hard matches, knocking each other out.
Yeah.
That he's going to be in the fittest going into this second week at the later stages.
All right.
So
interesting, because when we spoke last week, Neil Robertson's name was on the cards we were talking about. So he's obviously still a name that he's still in and still has value to be backed.
I think so, yes. I mean, you've got Judd Trump playing Ding Junhui in the other half tonight as we speak, and that's 9 each. Whoever wins that match will probably play Neil Robertson in the final. I'm saying that there's been plenty of shocks this tournament, so we do not know for sure that that'll be the case.
Yeah.
But in the longer format, I think if Judd Trump can come through tonight, once he gets to 1 table set up for the semi-final, that will favour Judd Trump. So, but Judd Trump is struggling for form. He's probably playing the worst snooker he's played all season. So it's you couldn't count anyone out at this point. You've got John Higgins playing Stuart Bingham as we talk. They're 9 each, I think, or going 9 each. So they're all playing long matches against each other, and that may well play into Neil Robertson's hands in the later stages because he will be fresh still. It does take a lot about the snooker players, the hand-to-eye coordination, concentrating, the pressure. Ali Carter came off today, said he felt wiped out last night, got himself back today, and that's understandable. I mean, like Ali Carter, Gary Wilkinson, they've come from the qualifiers, so they played 3 matches the week before as well, over 19 frames. So you would think that fatigue will start setting in a little bit with the qualifiers before the seeds at this stage.
Yeah. Tomorrow, obviously, we've got David Gilbert, Kieran Wilson. Obviously, Wilson 1.4 there, and then obviously Ali Carter. You're talking about their favourite against Gary Wilson. Do you think? How do you see the Gary Wilson Ali Carter match unfolding?
Well, I've been really impressed with how Gary Wilson's played. I went to the Crucible when he played Luca Brazil, and he turned the match on its head during the second session with good old-fashioned hard snooker, but he played positively. His break building was excellent. He never flinched under pressure. So when he came to play Selby, I wasn't sure, but I felt that he could outplay Selby and outstay him in the longer format. And Selby's a 3-time champion here. I suppose Gary Wilkinson and Carter have both got the same fatigue, so I won't be able to use one as an excuse over the other. I think if Gary Wilson produces the form he's produced in his first 2 matches, he should be too good for Ali Carter, because Ali Carter hasn't played great, but he is a fantastic match player, and he knows how to win at the Crucible. Twice a winner here, but I think in general terms, Gary Wilson's break building, cue ball control, play under pressure has been slightly the better than Ali Carter. So as a second favourite, I would suggest to have a small bet, and then if you're watching it and Gary Wilson looks comfortable, would go in, probably have another little bet in running, because they will make Ali Carter nearly a 2-to-1 favourite, like you say, 2-to-1 on. So I just want to see Gary Wilson settle into the match again, because there's a lot of hype that he's not used to getting to the quarterfinals of the World Championship, whereas Ali Carter's been to the 2 finals. He's used to it. So I do fancy. I'd like to see Gary Wilson win. I really would, and I do think if he makes a good, solid start into the match, I think he can outplay Ali Carter and win comfortably.
Wow, because odds here has got Gary Wilson 2.9 there compared to Ali Carter at 1.5, and then David Gilbert, Kieran Wilson. Kieran Wilson obviously the favourite there at 1.4. How do you see that match unfolding, and what would be the best play?
Well, I did have a big bet this last round on Barry Hawkins to have the highest break over Kieran Wilson, because his century rate is twice better than Kieran Wilson. Kieran Wilson only has scored a century every 25 frames this season, whereas Barry Hawkins every 13. But in this match, Kieran Wilson made 5 centuries to Barry Hawkins 4. Barry Hawkins had 4 before Kieran Wilson had 1 in leading 6-1. And from 6-1 down, that's some of the best snooker I've seen Kieran Wilson play. Not only did he play the hard brand of snooker he's good at, his break building was first class. So I was thinking to take Dave Gilbert on the high break, because he did make 230s against Mark Williams. And normally that would be a nice bet, but Kieran Wilson has scored well. I would say just a small bet on Dave Gilbert to be the highest break score. I think it's 2.5 with Bet365. If you want to have a bet. They played each other in the German Masters final at the Templedrom a couple of months ago. It was a great match, and Wilson won 9-7. I'm quite a big fan of Dave Gilbert, though. He goes under the radar, and he produced a really solid standard to put out the reigning world champion Mark Williams. So I would expect him, if he plays that standard, there's no way Kieran Wilson will win very easily.
Yeah.
So again, it might be one for running, really, because we don't know how Dave Gilbert will react in his first quarter-final. Kieran Wilson is used to playing quarter-finals at the World Championship, like Ali Carter in the other one. I'd just go for the high break, really, with Dave Gilbert, just for a small bet. But you could also go over the total frames in that match.
All right, so liking both underdogs in both matches. And then what was that other market that you said?
You could go over the total frames in, let me have a look, in Gilbert and Williams. What is the frame line at? Total frames, Natalie?
Total frames, I'm just going to bring that up now. Hang on a sec, name. You've got a few. You can go unknown. Well, hang on a sec. Where the value is here, I would say over 21.5. You've got 1.73, but those odds probably aren't your under. You've got 21.
No, I'd leave that actually. That's too short.
Over, you've got 1.73.
Yeah, I would leave that and stick to the high break with Dave Gilbert, definitely.
All right, there we go. So those are the matches for tomorrow. Moving over now, we're in Wells Fargo Golf Tournament here. First question, obviously, is about McIlroy. Will he return to form this tournament? I know he does like it here.
He does like it. I think we can expect him to play well. He's won it once before here. He's been in the top four times, and it's a championship test. So it's all down to long straight driving, and he's the master of that. He's got the length to overpower this course. Is your sound okay?
my sound's okay. Are you hearing echo?
Yes, I am.
I don't know. Rafa, are we able to sort that out? Apparently, we have to call you back. You back. All right. So whilst we're calling back, let's have a look. There we go. So we're just going to give him a call back. Sometimes it's quite distracting when you can hear. So yes, if anybody is just joining now, the beginning of the show, we were covering both Champions League and Europa League. What was super interesting was, and also nervous, I think, for the better, and I knew this when I was researching both the matches, both Flash and Alex are head-to-head there. So it's something... Bet lightly on those Champions League opening matches. Okay, here he is back again. Have you lost the echo?
Yes, I have. That's better.
Yeah, I know. It's super distracting when you have it. So it was better to sort it out. So So anyway, so we're saying that obviously McIlroy he likes it at Wells Fargo here. It suits the big hitters. So what other names should we look out for? Some of the big hitting favourites.
Jason Day.
Yeah.
Ricky Fowler. This has turned into a championship course. It started as a country club, and Tom Fazio has gradually tweaked away, and it held the USPGA a couple of seasons ago, so it's already held a major championship, and that brings in Jason Day. He's a PGA champion. Ricky Fowler's probably the best player never to have won a major yet, so he will win a major soon, I hope.
Yeah.
Rory McIlroy, this week, that's a very strong trio at the top of the market. They all have great chances. I would prefer McIlroy of the three. Mm-hmm. He's won the Players this year. He really likes it here. He's won comfortably a couple of times, been placed 2 or 3 times, and I think this week he's quite a solid favourite, although he's quite short in the betting. I think he's 7.5. Is he, Natalie, at the best? So
I'll have to bring up the odds for you here. So whilst you continue talking, I will get straight back to you. I still have them on our snooker. Here we go. Wells Fargo coming up. Well, yeah, because you say short. So Rory at 1.75, Jason Day 12 there. Then you've got Ricky Fowler 13 and Justin Rose at 15. Obviously, you've got Day trying to defend his title. Rory looking very, very confident. It is a tournament that he likes. So, but you're saying you like Rory McIlroy right now on the 7.5.
Of those 4 you mentioned, it'd be Rory McIlroy and then Jason Day for me. I can't ever back Ricky Fowler at 11 or 12 because he just doesn't win often enough.
Yeah.
Justin Rose the same. And after Rory McIlroy and Jason Day, I prefer to look down the field for a little bit more value.
I know you do.
So,
I have to say you and Eric Kelly are the two that really produce some eye-watering odds, I have to say. Of the long shots, so this is my question now, of the long shots, of those high odds, which ones look interesting to you and that you are fancy taking?
Aaron Wise is the first one. Played well last time out at Augusta after a slow start to the season. He was second here last year. He won his maiden title last year on tour. So he looks like he should be primed to play well this week. He's still a young lad. No fear of winning, which will help him because he will have to fend off probably players like McIlroy and Jason Day to win this. So I like Aaron Wise. The other guy I like also played.
I'll just tell the odds there for our viewers so they know. Aaron Wise, price 67 there with Bet365. So some of these ones you can literally put £1, €1, $1, depending on where you're from, and really just spread your units about here. Put $1 on that, another $1 on. So you're liking Aaron Wise at 67. What else do you like?
The other guy, again, his first decent tournament of the season was the Masters, and it's Kyle Stanley. He's a bit in and out of a player. I think he's 140 to 1 with Bet365. And he played his first decent sort of Masters. And I always look for people that have been playing poorly and just coming into a little bit of form. He is a really good ball striker, and that's exactly what you need here. He's won at the Memorial. He's played well at the Players' Championship. And periodically, he has some really good weeks where he strikes the ball pure and he gets in contention. So at 140 to 1, you'll have a good chance of getting a place, definitely, if he's on a going week and he's striking the ball well. Mm-hmm. So I do definitely like Kyle Stanley and Aaron Wise. Not as many outsiders this week as you're used to hearing from me, because I am thinking that the top of the market is very strong.
Yeah. Okay. And what about as well? Because I know, are you playing these like outright, or are you playing them each way, like Kyle Stanley and Aaron Wise?
Yeah, definitely play them each way. And so just a small bet on the win, small bet on the top 5 finish, or just each way, whatever you want to do. You can actually bet on the win and top 10 if you want to, mm-hmm. if you want a few more places. So, but yes, just have just a small stake on the win and on the place. So each way, if you can. Otherwise, just bet win and place, really. So, on both of them. Interesting. Sorry.
And Rory McIlroy as the favourite. You said it was the favourite of the top 3 or 4.
Yeah, I can't. I never get too involved back in the favourites in the golf, but he does have a favourites chance this week. He's in solid form. And the US PGA is only 2 weeks away now, the next major championship. So he is going to be keen to play well this week. And Rory does have a habit of winning a couple of weeks before majors, as we saw in the Players' Championship. And he does schedule his seasons, so he's peaking for the majors. And sometimes he peaks a little bit too soon.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't put anyone off supporting Rory this week. Definitely not. And last year's champion Jason Day hits the ball long and straight, just like Rory. He's just got this very similar game, and with that accuracy and that extra length, it puts them at an advantage when they play well over mm-hmm. the other players, particularly at Quail Hollow this week, where that is on a premium, really.
All right. So in a nutshell, to wrap up this segment of the video, how are you playing Wells Fargo?
Wells Fargo, Rory McIlroy win, and Jason Day win. Aaron Wise each way, Kyle Stanley each way.
There you go. Heard it from Craig Edwards here. Follow him, Edwards Tips _ at Twitter for more tips and information. And best of luck there. Some interesting and exciting odds. I will certainly be having a little punt myself. And best of luck, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, Natalie, thanks. Have a good night.
So there we go. That wraps up Sports Bet Daily, April the 29th here. We'll be back again tomorrow. I think we're actually going to be back on... I can hear myself. We're going to be back tomorrow covering the Premier League punters. Russ is back joining us. Good to see him. He's been on his holidays. He'll be back. And I think that'll either be like 2:30 Eastern time, 2:30 or 3 o'clock Eastern time. Follow me on Twitter at Natalie Rydstrom. And I will be posting links, information about that. All right, guys, best of luck with your bets. If you need any information, post some questions underneath the video. We'll do our very best to get back to you on those. Also, as well, for more of what we've spoken about today and also more betting topics, head on over to oddsmarket.com. Betting tips there. Everything is broken down. We are completely betting focused and hoping to deliver some great content and tips for you guys as well. Remember, bet responsibly, bet with what you can afford, and most importantly, have fun. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.